Top Fox anchor Tucker Carlson spoke in a Twitter message on Wednesday. After Fox News and Tucker Carlson mutually ended their relationship, Carlson posted a video on Twitter about his thoughts since his departure from Fox. In his statement, Carlson did not mention why he suddenly left Fox. Instead, he talked about how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are, and how topics like war, civil liberties, demographic change, and corporate power are not permitted by the corporate media or political parties. Carlson finished his video by saying, "As long as you hear the words, there is hope. See you soon." Fox fired Carlson on Monday without explanation. This was less than a week after Fox settled a defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems for $787.5 million. Alabama law enforcement asked for the public's help after a shooting leaves 4 dead and 28 others injured. On Saturday, shooting erupted at a 16-year-old girl's birthday party in a dance studio in Dadeville, Alabama. During a Sunday news conference, Sergeant Jeremy Burkett of the Alabama Police did not take questions, say if a suspect was in custody, if investigators knew a motive, or provide names of the victims. Instead, Burkett asked for the public's help by saying, "We've got to have information from the community."
But I cannot agree with what the chief said anymore. This is a fine city, a fine county, an absolutely amazing state. And we are not going to allow one tragedy to define us.
Vice President Kamala Harris hosted a rally Saturday, arguing Americans are going to have to take action against new limits to abortion rights making their way through the courts. The vice president called it a critical point in our nation's history.
And so this is a moment that history will show required each of us, based on our collective love of our country, to stand up and fight for and protect our ideals. That's what this moment is.
The Supreme Court decided to delay changes that would limit the use of an abortion drug, mifepristone. The limits were paused while the court studies the case more. A lower court in Texas imposed restrictions on mifepristone last week, specifically limiting how late into a pregnancy it can be used and that the pill cannot be mailed to someone receiving abortion care. The main criticism of the ruling comes from the Texas court undermining the FDA's authority to regulate medications, especially one of the most commonly used abortion pills. In Minnesota, a sheriff's deputy died after being rushed to the hospital after officers engaged in a shootout with the suspect. Pope County Sheriff Deputy Joshua Owen died after responding to a domestic assault call Saturday night. The shooting took place around 7:30 p.m. at an apartment building in Cyrus. The suspect pulled out a handgun and began shooting after deputies told he was under arrest for domestic assault. He was also killed in the shooting. A second deputy was injured but is expected to recover.